you ever noticed how the best decisions aren't often the most logical ones? Steve Jobs called intuition as more powerful than intellect. Oprah, well, she built an empire by trusting her instinct. Elon Musk, well, he once said that reasoning by analogy is lazy. Real breakthroughs come from first principles, starting from truth and rebuilding from there. Different industries, different talents, but one thread runs through all of them. They protect their inner alignment like their success depends on it, because it does. This week, I was reminded of all of that. Hi, I'm Stephen. During the week, I work with boards and senior leaders across industries, helping them lead through AI, governance, and transformation with clarity and resilience. But every Sunday, I step out of the boardroom and into something more personal and life-related, but with a twist of sharing business lessons. Grounded in the moments we all live through, whether you're leading teams or just leading yourself through change. And as I prepare and share with you, I learn too. And this week, all of this tested me. I had a moment where I followed someone's advice despite my instincts saying no. On paper, it made sense. Their proposal was proven. But deep down, I knew it wasn't my way. And sure enough, I paid for it. With time, misalignment, and that dull ache of knowing I had ignored my own compass. Here's the thing. Sometimes it's not about needing more information. It's about trusting the intuition you've already earned. And as I reflected, two big ideas brought me back. Ikigai and the law of preparation. Let me share more. In Japan, there is a beautiful concept called Ikigai. I'm sure you've heard of it, but it roughly translates to your reason for being. Modern interpretations visualize this as an intersection of four things: what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what you can be paid for. Think of it as your internal compass, a way to cut through noise and realign with what truly energizes you. Here's a simple exercise I used. I even wrote a post about it, which I'll put in the comments. Number one, write down your answers to each of the four Ikigai questions. Don't rush, reflect deeply. Look for the intersections, not just overlaps, but patterns. The magic isn't in perfection, it's in paying attention. And if you're stuck, ask a better question. Not, what's my purpose? But try, what energizes me even when I'm exhausted? For your benefit, again, I have put in the comments about the post that I had on my own Ikigai and about a template that you can use. Okay, the next thought I share with you is some wisdom from Brian Tracy. He's a business leader and a well-renowned entrepreneur. This week, I revisited his book, The 100 Absolutely Unbreakable Laws of Business Success. I have his book, by the way. And one law drew attention, the law of preparation. Brian says, effective performance is preceded by painstaking preparation. Tracy reminds us of a simple truth. People fail not because of poor execution, but because they skipped the prep. They didn't think it through. They rushed. They acted without clarity. Abraham Lincoln once said, I shall study and prepare myself, and someday my chance will come. This week, I found myself skipping steps, rushing decisions. But when I returned to prep mode, checking facts, seeking other perspectives, and writing things out, clarity followed. Not because I slowed down, but because I realigned. Preparation isn't just diligence, it's a discipline that guards you from drifting. So my prompt for you this week: what's one area in your life or business where you've been outsourcing your judgment? Where have you been thinking about starting, but waiting for more proof? This week, trust yourself. Apply the law of preparation. Reflect through Ikigai. Then act from clarity and without any noise. Quick pit stop before we close. As at the Hungarian Grand Prix qualifier yesterday, Ferrari showed up with upgrades, but it wasn't just the car that made headlines, it was the mindset. Leclerc's pole position reminded us that performance comes in waves, but even more striking, Mercedes rolled back to an older setup just to understand what wasn't working. Sometimes the only way forward is to go back, observe, adjust, reset. And Hamilton, he didn't sugarcoat it. He said, we were nowhere. Honest reflection, ownership, no excuses, just clarity. In leadership and life, it's not the perfect lap that defines us. It's how we respond when we're off pace. So as we enter a new week, reflect, adjust, then go again. I'm Stephen. Keep growing, keep leading. Until next Sunday, let's get it.